Lovely. So this session is called Who Are We Really? And so we're looking at our true reality. And I found this beautiful piece in this lovely book, The Gentle Art of Blessing, which we did have a look at some time ago, you know, the whole thing about
Yeah.
blessing. And there's a piece I remembered in here that I wanted to read to you as our sort of beginning place. And it's almost like we're beginning where we're going to end up. No. So this piece I highlighted. We need to accept the wonderful, beautiful person, infinitely worthy of love that we are in our real being, our true self. And then there's some key things about four little statements here about the real self that we are. Each one of us has exactly the same value and dignity at as every single other person on earth. Each one of us is absolutely unique in time, space, and eternity. That is, in the now of human existence and in life eternal. There are no clones in God's universe. Each one has her or his unique role to play, her or his special gift to make to the planet. Each one of us needs to sing her or his own song before continuing life in spiritual form, which will be ours after the death of our body. My beautiful statements, and I just thought it was a nice place to start with some really key truths, because I'm sure when you looked at the title of this, you know, who are we really? It wasn't like a total mystery. You know, everybody here is following the course, so you're very aware of the teachings that we're not a body. And I love that one that we come back to often. I am not a body. I am free, for I'm still as God created me. And that freedom, again, is not of the body, is it? It's of the spirit. So does anybody have a thought about who you really are? Is there anything, you don't have to, but if can you share any thought you might have if you were to answer that question? If I say to you, well, who are you really then? What would be your answer? Anybody willing to come up with an answer for that one? Yes, Viviane. Remember to do your mute. Got that? Yes.
I am one creation from God, and I am spiritual, and I come on earth to try to help God for all of us to reach salvation.
Beautiful. Lovely. Thank you. Anyone else like to have a go at who are you really? Don't feel obliged, but if you'd like to share what you think. Yeah, Dana?
Um, I am a spiritual being, and I believe I'm here on earth to learn some lessons for myself, but also to spread the light of God.
Wonderful. Thank you. Yeah. Anyone else? No? Okay, that's fine. So we've got two pretty wonderful definitions already, haven't we? For me, the answer is even shorter than that. I mean, they weren't long, great paragraphs, were they? But I think of the lesson, I think it's 97 in the course, I am spirit. So you almost don't need anything else, do you? I think what you've added, those who've spoken, is something to do with your purpose, knowing that you're spirit, what do you do with it? So, but the fundamental essence of what we're talking about is just to know I'm spirit. And then we've already said we're not a body. So what are we? We are spirit. And then I love what you've both been saying so far. We're here there's a purpose, isn't there? And the purpose, of course, of being here is to stop being here. to actually realize that we aren't here in the first place. We're still up there or down there or through there in heaven with God. There is no separation. We're just these glorious beings, totally one with God and with each other. And I just think it's really important that we remind ourselves of this. And nobody's sitting there thinking, my goodness, I never thought of that, with what I'm saying. It's not about this is anything new. It's that we need to keep remembering, don't we? Because the world pulls us in so easily, doesn't it? Thinking we're bodies and thinking it's all about what we have to achieve in the world. And I also think that, and this is a bit of the focus tonight, I think it's not really there. The full answer is not there in the words. The full answer is in the experience. Because anybody can learn, can't they, that they are spirit. And they can say, yeah, I'm spirit. But on its own, it doesn't get you to what you really want, which is experiencing being spirit. So what I've chosen is some music, which I think is going to be really helpful for us, to take us into really feeling that within us, not knowing it. And I've often spoken about this, how in the East, the heart is the highest organ of intelligence, the highest organ of wisdom, not the head. So in the West, we learn things in our heads, don't we? Probably most of us can quote loads of stuff from the course, but that doesn't mean that we live from it. What we're learning to do is to say, if I know I'm spirit, how do I live? How do I be in this world? And so that what I'm interested in really today is the experience of just that fullness in our hearts of, yes, I'm spirit. Yes, that's who I am. And the more I think we realize it in the depths of our being, the more we live it, we express it in our lives. Does that make sense for people? Because it isn't just about knowledge, is it? And I know with the course, because it's so pleasing philosophically, intellectually, and so on, it often attracts us into learning great chunks of it and learning what it says, but we could learn loads of what it is. We could learn the entire course. But if we didn't let that drop deep inside of us into how we live our lives, it's just stuff we know, isn't it? So today, I really have the feeling about, working with experiencing that. So we're going to start with the first song from a lovely woman called Kirtana, and it's actually called Who You Really Are. I'm going to read the words to you because it's so beautiful and wise. Well, I will read the words just for me if I can actually find them. Because you can't hear them completely clearly when she's singing, but I think if you know what the words are, and the beautiful wisdom of this, what I want is, or hope for as we sit and listen, that those words sung in that beautiful way awaken the truth within us. They don't just reinforce what we think, they expand our hearts in the truth. So, who you really are. Could there be more to this life we call mine than the journey through space and the storyline? More to life than the body can sense, than the mind can conclude from experience? Does who we are begin with breath, depend on form, or end with death? Strip away these roles and these names, and tell me what remains, and who you really are, who you really are. We measure success by the things we accrue, or the bonds that we form, or the deeds that we do. But these all pass, as hard we try to hold on to form will die. Inherent in this dance of form is the chance to see what's yet unborn, the choice to throw this chance away and be caught up in the play of who we think we are, who we think we are. This is your lifetime. It could end at any time. Where is your attention? Where is your prayer? Where is your song? In a fortunate life, it becomes the call to be free from the cycle of bondage and disidentity, to wake from the dream, finally realize the truth of one's being before the body dies. So before the final scene is past, See the screen on which it is cast. See that saying this of me and of you. Then you will see who you really are. Who you really are. So lovely words and, great wisdom, isn't that? Understanding that we're seeing the play of our lives on a screen and we're awakening from that dream of the drama of our lives to the experience of who we really are. So I invite you to close your eyes once you've got the volume sorted out to suit you. And it's beautifully sung, beautiful music. And just feel like you breathe into the real meaning of this and it opens our hearts to the truth of who we really are.
Could there be more to this life we call mine than a journey through space or a storyline? More to life than the body can sense, than the mind can conclude from experience. This who we are, begin with breath, depend on form, or end with death. Strip away these roles, these names, and tell me what remains, and who you really are, who you really are. Measure success by the things we accrue, or the bonds that we form, or the deeds we do. These too shall pass. As hard as we try to hold on to form, form will die. But inherent in this dance of form is the chance to see what's yet unborn. Choice to throw this chance away and be caught up in the play of who we think we are, who we think we are. This is your lifetime. It could end at any time. Where is your attention? Where is your prayer? Where is your song? In a fortunate life comes a call to be free from the cycle of bondage, misidentity. To wake from the dream and finally realize before the body dies. So before the final scene is past, see the screen on which it's cast. See what's seeing this, me and you, and then you will see who you really are, who you really are, who you really are, who we really are.
Just rest there a moment. You might like to keep your eyes closed. It's coming back to where we began. I am spirit. Just feel those words in our hearts. A realization growing that it's not just words. It's not just a thought or a teaching in our heads. That's who we are. I think it's so good to remember there's such peace and safety in this place. Spirit is infinite and eternal. We were never born and we will never die. Every time we work like this, we just move a little bit further back from that depth of identity with being a body. And begin to see more and more the bigger picture. It's almost as if we go behind or in front of or away from the body. We can just look at that body that seems to be us and feel into the truth, the light within. I am spirit. I am spirit. It's another little reflection while we're here. One of the most challenging things for most people is fear. It's dropping into fear. And this fear comes from being identified with our bodies, because we know that in this experience, the body is going to be laid aside, the body will die. And we do not die. And I just invite us to to say, while we're here in this place of knowing we are spirit, I am safe. No. I find with most people there is a place inside where they feel unsafe, they feel frightened. And that comes when we lose our identity with who we really are, lose touch with it. Can't lose the identity itself. When we say, when we know, I am spirit, there is nothing to be frightened of. There is no need to fear. We are safe. So just for another couple of minutes, just stay with those two sentences. I am spirit and I am safe now. See if you can really feel that. I am spirit. See the light. And the obvious next understanding. I am safe. I am safe now. am spirit. I am safe now. I am spirit. I am safe now. Just gently returning. We'll go back into meditation again a little bit later. Just gently come back. Mm. Mm. How did that feel? Could you move from your head into your heart? This is where we were going. Good, that's lovely. So the next sort of step, really, I think, is to understand this idea that several people like Rupert Spira talk about. It's not specifically expressed in the course, but the implication is there that you actually ultimately only need two words. You just need I am. Yeah? And that there's huge realization and power in just those two words. Because in our ordinary bodily lives that we seem to be having, we're busy being lots of things, aren't we? There's lots and lots of nouns at the end of that. And we might start with I'm a woman, I'm a mother, I'm a sister, I'm a worker, I'm a whatever, a sufferer of something or other. I'm a believer, I'm a non-believer. There could be endless things, couldn't it? That we could follow on from I am. But all of them, well, nearly everything we might think of, is about the body, isn't it? It's about our existence in this world and how we identify ourselves. And it takes us into our story and our drama and totally out of this place of spirit. And with when we're working with this spiritual identity, we can follow I am with qualities. Some of you will already often return to this because it seems a really important thing. The course calls them characteristics. So we might get in touch with the qualities that are the essence of our being. Now that will have real truth, whereas I am a person is just our identity on this earth, isn't it? But I am, let's think of some. Probably everybody's done some work with qualities with me. Can you call out anybody some qualities that we might be? So for like love, peace, and joy, which we'll just take for granted. We all know we're that, even if we're not behaving like that in every moment of our lives. At some level, I think we all know that those are the three fundamentals, aren't they? I am love, peace, and joy, and so are you. And there's our wonderful oneness. What else could you think of that you might be, or someone else might be, apart from love, peace, and joy?
Kindness.
Kindness, yes, lovely. Dana, you had one.
Stillness.
Illness, yes.
Compassionate.
Compassion, yes. Yeah. And we tend to say them in the noun form, if you see what I mean. You don't
Yeah,
have to
I
be.
noticed.
You're not English, so I know I do make things difficult for you sometimes.
Yeah.
So you name the quality. It's interesting why, because if you say I'm kind, it's an aspect of your character. The reason you're kind as an aspect of your character is because divine kindness flows through you. So that's a deeper level, isn't it? We could see ourselves living on three levels. The most evident level, where we've got lots of I am stuff, is the level of the personality. And ideally, I think on our spiritual journey, we eventually let go. You don't need a personality. That's just something we've constructed as our interface with the world, the way that we cope and what we can hide behind, what Ram Dass called our spacesuit. So we want to take off the spacesuit, and somewhere deeper inside of us is our character. And our character is things that are solid and true and real. And they have transparency, integrity, congruence between inside and outside. So the character is altogether much more solid, and all of it's lovely stuff. But where the character comes from, the core essence of our being is in these qualities. And so that's why we say I am kindness rather than I am kind. We are also kind, but at this level, we're just identifying with that beautiful divine quality of kindness that flows through us. And the one I particularly love is gentleness. You know, you can't be deeply committed to your spiritual path, can you, without being reasonably gentle? You know, if you're raging about being cross and arrogant and bossy, there's no spiritual path much happening there. So I always think gentleness is a lovely one, and that's in the qualities or characteristics of God's teachers. So what else? What else would you think is really important at this level, this core essence of our being?
Wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah.
Patience.
Patience, yes. Lovely.
You mentioned lesson 97 already. Well, that's I am limitless. That was a
Yeah.
tagline, wasn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Where does it go again? I'll read us through that again. Can just find that on the wrong page.
You said 97 was I am spirit, but I always remember the next bit, the subtext for that was I am limitless. That's what I remember.
Yes, I think you're right. I'm not going to bother with that because I'll have to rummage through lots of its paper. But yes, and there's lots of lessons, or at least two, that talk about these qualities. Love created me like itself. Do you remember that one quite early on in the workbook? So it would be things like kindness created me kind. Yes, the quality is kindness, and the kindness is divine, and it flows through us. So wisdom created us wise. We become wise in our character because we have learned to bring the wisdom through us. And what else could we have? You know, integrity, surrender, connected, a kind of connectivity or oneness, divinity, clarity, vision. Goodness, what else? There's at least 70 of these. We've got to be able to do 20, haven't we? I tell you what, just close your eyes a minute and just find them inside yourself. As I understand it, and this is not right or wrong, this is just my vision, is all of these qualities flow through us in the divine light of God. So they're all trying to get in there and come through us, all 70 or 80 or whatever it is, whatever there are, of them. But we, because of our assorted blocks and resistances and things that we get stuck on, it's like arteries with plaque in them. So we can't get it all through because we've got all sorted blocks. But I have this vision that when we've got all unblocked, all of these qualities will come through us, and that will be enlightenment. That will be salvation. We'll just be purely like everything. Everything would flow through us. So just close your eyes a minute. And just, you might let your hand
Honesty.
Oh, say that again, Sarah.
Honesty.
Honesty, yes. Yes, and just call, if you take your mute off, then if you feel like it, you can call out things as they occur to you.
Graciousness.
Graciousness, lovely. Focus.
Holiness.
Holiness, yes.
Peace.
Peace. Empathy. Tolerance.
Understanding.
Understanding, yes. Somebody said, and I said another one. No, it's not.
Caring.
Yes. And there's some strong ones like endurance, courage, determination. Yeah, they're big ones, aren't they? That we do need on our spiritual journey. It's very easy to give up, really.
Integrity.
Integrity, yes, cleverness,
Authenticity.
authenticity, yeah. Awareness. The starting place of spiritual growth, awareness.
Acceptance.
That
Innocence.
Innocence. Oh yes, one of my favorites. Innocence. Freedom.
Liberty.
Liberty. Yes. Okay, we've got quite a few, haven't we? So again, just keep your eyes closed a little bit longer. I'm going to play you something else. And this is called The Voice of My Heart. And there's just a few words, and if I listen to the voice of my heart, it keeps calling. It keeps calling. I am bliss, I am joy, I am love. So let's listen to that song and perhaps echo those words. I am bliss, I am joy, I am love.
I am bliss. I am joy. I am love. I am bliss. I am joy. I am love. I am bliss. I am joy. I am love. I am bliss. I am joy. I am love. I listen to the voice of my heart. It keeps calling. It keeps calling. I listen to the voice of my heart. It keeps calling. It keeps calling. keeps calling, it keeps calling. I listen to the voice of my heart. It keeps calling, it keeps calling.
Just keep your eyes closed. Just think about those words. I listen to the voice of my heart. Could equally, we could think of that as the voice of the Holy Spirit, of our higher guidance. Just let the voice of your heart now just talk to you a little bit more about your qualities, your spiritual essence. Think of the words I am, just for this part of the work. What qualities are particularly flowing through each of us? What can we recognize? And they're probably the ones that you said if you spoke just now, or you thought of. Ask to be shown what your qualities are flowing through you, what you have learned to bring into your character and bring out into the world. I am. As you come to a place where you feel settled with the qualities that you found flowing through you, just return to them a few times. I am. And see if you can really embrace them, let them really fill you. And we remember that this is not any kind of lack of humility, or it's not being prideful. It's about being willing to accept our part in God's plan for creation, salvation, because He needs us to bring these qualities into the world. So just with gentleness and humility, self-awareness, just see. And see if there's anything you hadn't thought of before, which you'd really feel you can begin to bring through you. Just rest there with that for another 2 or 3 minutes. Gently coming back when you're ready. Just take your time. You might like to make a note of any qualities that you particularly came across, or ones you felt you are bringing through you, and perhaps any that seem new to you that you hadn't realized before. So I think that's part of our spiritual growth, is that we gradually see new qualities appearing in our hearts, and we think, oh my goodness, that's a new one to me. I'm being asked to bring that through now. So just maybe make a note, and then I'll just ask you in a minute to share if you'd like to. Okay. So anything you'd like to share, or I would like you to, if you're willing. You don't
Yes.
have to. But it's, yes, anything special happened or anything different happened for you in terms of what you recognized as your qualities, Anna?
Yeah, I came up with a few actually, and they just flowed. I think when you said without, with humility, it sort of encouraged me to be more creative. I came up with laughter, presence, light, powerful, miraculous, gifted.
Goodness. Beautiful. There you are. That's you, isn't it? Yeah. And just keep remembering when you come up with these days, could you remember the humility? Because we're not saying, well, okay, now we're just gonna walk down the street and we're gonna say, hi, I'm Leah. I'm passion and beauty and vision and wonder and grace. Who are you? It's not about that, is it? So, and in fact, I think the more we realize the depth of this beauty that we are asked to bring into the world, the more humble we are. Because it's a really big thing to be entrusted to do. There's a lesson, isn't there? I'm entrusted as a perfect son of God, is it? More or less like that. Just that feeling that we're entrusted to bring this through us. So it's no good saying, no, not me, I can't do that. I can only be a bit of, little things, I can't do that much. We have to stand up and say, yes, use me. Let me bring through all this wonderful stuff and contribute to the salvation of the world. So, yeah, great. Thank you, Dana. Anyone else like to share anything they came across? Go on, be brave.
Harmony. Sorry.
Oh,
Harmony.
as many as you like. I just called on Alison, though, just before I caught you. So we'll just do Alison, then come on to you, Eileen. Thank you.
Well, courage and determination came through there, which is very surprising. Most unlike me, really. And also, I have to laugh. Health. I don't know if health is one, but I'm coughing away here at the end of a cold, absolutely sneezing and coughing here, and health was coming through. So I think that's just the universe playing a joke there. But courage and determination, I wouldn't have thought would be top of the list.
Isn't that wonderful? It's something that you're opening up. You're getting rid of some of that flat. Letting the courage and determination through. Fabulous. Thank you. Eileen.
Oh, it's just the same one. Harmony.
Yes, lovely. And is this one you've been aware of for a while, or is that newer for you?
It's one of my favorites, and I'd forgotten it.
It's come back. Lovely. Thank you.
I am
Viviane, you want to share? Yep. Go on.
I am trust. I am oneness, and I am blessed for being looked after to survive with all what I have survived.
Wonderful. Thank you, Vivian. Sarah, did you want to share?
Yeah. Generosity, creativity, openness, flexibility.
Beautiful. Isn't that lovely? So let's just feel that within us, you know? There's a commitment comes, isn't there, with this? You know, it's not just interesting. Again, it's not just in your head. It's like, wow, you know, this is coming through me. I better get on and spread it in the world. That's lovely. So we're just going to do one more little thing to listen to. And this is just to complete the work today. We're just going to come right down to what I was mentioning before, the words I am. Now, and then we'll do a last meditation, simply experiencing I am. So now we're not going to be anything or do anything, just experience our existence, you know, as in one with God. Okay. And this is also Kirtana that I played before. It's just a little thing she calls a little reprise thing, and it's called I Am, and it seemed just right. So it's about quite short. And then afterwards, if you just stay with another 2 or 3 minutes, just feel that in your heart, that maybe that's enough. I am. I am. Okay.
Within the heart, the whole and part of everything I see. Behind the eyes, beyond the skies, reflecting me. At the silent core, and yet before phenomena begin. Oh, and after it, I am. Oh, many differences separate us on the surface, yes. But I cannot find a boundary in consciousness. And when you ask me, where does awareness begin and does it end? I have to say, I've always been within the heart, the whole and part of everything I see. Behind the eyes, beyond the skies, reflecting me. At the silent core, and yet before phenomena begin. Oh, and after it, I am. Oh.
Just using those 2 words now for our meditation to close. Feel the power of simply being there with God, held in light. I am. Just feel that repeating gently in your mind with your breathing, and let it become more meaningful and understood, more real for you. I am. And gently returning. Take your time. I need a stretch. Yawn. Oh. Good. Lovely to be with you all. And I hope you've enjoyed the evening and this has been of benefit to you. Good. Lovely. So next week
Thank you.
is the emotional healing final group. So I'm sorry that I won't be here for everybody else. And I can't actually remember if I'm here for the next one. Probably I am. But then after that, as I said, I think Sarah, you'll be doing some, won't you? So we'll
Yeah, I think you're there the 22nd, and then
oh yes,
um,
the 22nd one, yes.
and you'll be away from the week of the 28th of October, I think.
Good. So do support
Yeah.
Sarah, her lovely work. And yeah, I'm sure Sharon will be taking part along there too. And if anybody else thinks, oh yes, I want to do something, let me know, because it's lovely if you can share this between us. Okay. So if you
Leah,
yes.
next week I'll try to, but I might not have a so I might not be here with you.
Okay. Well, I will record it for people on the course, so you'll
Please.
get.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Hey, so loads of love to you all, and see you again soon. Bye bye.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye bye, everyone.
Love you.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.